All right, so let's talk about that and more with Republican strategist and former spokesman for Governor Jeb Bush, Justin Sayfie. I'm also joined by Trump supporter Jeff DeWitt. Welcome to both of you.
Thank you.
Okay, so Jeff, I'll start with you. Why didn't Mr. Trump draw a clear distinction between the Muslim faith as a religion and radical Islamic terrorism?
Well, there's, it's the radical Islamists that are the ones trying to kill us, that hate America, and September 11th, San Bernardino, all that stems from radical Islam. And there is a distinction, and it's important to make one. So I think that's, I think everybody makes a distinction.
Did Mr. Trump make one when he said there's hatred within Islam? Did he make that distinction and we just all misunderstood?
Well, as you said, hatred within Islam means a subset of the religion believes different things and is, quite frankly, wants to kill Americans. And so we have to defend ourselves. One of the main jobs of the government is to defend our citizens, and that is a real and present threat, and it must be dealt with.
Justin, according to the Pew Research Center, there are 1.6 billion Muslims in the world who practice their faith. How do you think they took Donald Trump's comments?
Well, I think most Muslims around the world are peace-loving people. We have a number of Muslims here in the United States. Many serve in the military, United States military, defend and protect the United States. They probably didn't take those well, but at the same time, I think when Donald Trump was pressed, he did indicate that he thought it was radical Islamists that are the problem.
Well, he actually told Anderson Cooper to try to figure it out and he'd win a Pulitzer.
Well, yeah, but then after that, he said, he did it after that when Anderson really pressed him the third time, he said that he thought it was radical. So I think that, I'm sure Mr. Trump will have an opportunity to clarify his comments later, but clearly, that's something that most Republicans and most Americans don't agree with.
Okay, so next question. The former CIA director and four-star General Michael Hayden has slammed Mr. Trump on his foreign policy ideas. I want you, Jeff, to listen to another portion of Anderson's interview with Mr. Trump.
When you say increase the laws, though, and do more than waterboarding, what is that specifically?
We'll work on that with the generals. I'll work on it with the generals.
I talked to General Michael Hayden.
Yeah, sure. He says it's terrible that we talk that way. And you know what? That's why he's been fighting this war for many years, okay?
He's a four-star general, former head of the CIA, former head of the NSA. He says your foreign policy ideas frighten him.
Oh, yeah, I know. Well, he frightens me because we've been fighting ISIS for many years, and this should have been over with quickly. So that's the problem. We have these people that they're frightened because I'm protecting the terrorists.
So Jeff, is Mr. Trump saying Hayden doesn't know how to fight ISIS, doesn't know what he's doing? What is he trying to say?
There is still not a clear line between what is torture, if you're talking about the waterboarding and everything, what is torture and what is not torture. And it's apparent with other candidates. Ted Cruz in the debate in December said he would not allow torture in any form, and then early January clarified and said, well, waterboarding is not torture. And he went on to say that anything short of the pain of removing an organ is not torture. And so with Ted Cruz, you have either a flip-flop or a deep misunderstanding of that issue. So there's what really needs to happen is that Congress needs to sit down and get to work and address where do we draw the line and what is that and what form should our government take to get the information to try to save American lives?
Okay, I'm going to have to interrupt this interview for a second because President Obama is now speaking at the White House.